Hi everyone, welcome to Everything Stitching. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a super quick and easy beanie with a cute little pom-pom on the top. And we're actually going to make the pom-pom ourselves, so that's going to be fun. What you're going to need is some pretty bulky yarn. I'm using a 6 weight bulky yarn, and I'm using, I believe this is actually the blanket yarn. And then I'm gonna make the little poof out of this. So I think that's gonna be really fun. Cashew's gonna help us today, as always. So this is a new pattern actually that I just started to do. So this is new to me as well. So we're gonna do this one together. Let's see. I'm gonna have this pattern on my Etsy shop. So feel free to check that out. I'll have the link in the description below so you guys can check out this just in case you wanted it, so you can print out the easy PDF version of this and it'll be really easy. So let's work on this together. So to do the adult woman size, which is what we're going to work on here, we are going to make it, and that's going to fit about a 21 to a 23 inch head circumference. And I measured mine, I think mine's 22, so that should work. Also, I'm using a 12 millimeter hook, just in case. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna chain 23, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just keep going until you get to 23. Okay, so we've got 23 here, but you know what? I kind of want to make it a bit slouchy, so let's go ahead and do 25 total. Okay. Now we're going to do a half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So here's our first one, and then here's our second one. So we yarn over, put our hook into the second chain from our hook, yarn over and pull through. You're going to have 3 on your hook, you're going to yarn over and then pull through all 3, and that is how you do your half double crochet. And now we're going to half double crochet into each chain as we work our way down, right? So we're going to do this all the way down, so we're going to end up doing 24 because we ended up doing 25. Remember, we had 23 and then I decided to make it a bit more roomy and I went with 25. So we're going to have a total of 24 half double crochets down the row, and then when we get down to the end I will show you the next step. By the way, I really enjoy crocheting with these clover crochet hooks. They are so smooth to work with. I know a lot of people like using the, I don't recall, it's Susan, I think it's Susan Bateman, I believe, is one of the like well-known, like everybody starts with those. Oh my goodness though. I don't like them. I don't like that they don't have a softer handle area, and I feel like this whole area is just not as smooth, and the clover ones are just so smooth. Like my daughter, she's 10, and I've been off and on teaching her how to crochet just whenever she feels like it, and whenever she uses my clover hooks, because I had bought in her a set of, I don't even know what brand they were. They weren't even Susan Bates or whatever that one's called, but I don't even know. It was just whatever they had at, I think it was Hobby Lobby. We were at one day and we just seen a cute set. Came with, you know, fun colors, a bunch of different sizes. So we got it for her. But oh my gosh, the hook is just so rough. So it makes it really difficult to crochet. But the point of my story is whenever she uses mine, she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, these ones are so much nicer. So now whenever she does crochet, I think she tries to use mine. Okay, anyways, apparently that story took up that whole time because now we're at the end, okay? So what we did is we half double crocheted all the way down. I just love the look of a half double crochet. Okay, so we're going to chain one, we're going to turn our work, and then in the second chain from the hook, we're gonna half double crochet again, right? But this time, whoops, we're gonna wanna do that in the back loop only now, okay? So if you look at the top, there's the V. So we're only gonna half double crochet into the back loop one. So you have 2 here, it's only gonna be the back, okay? So we're gonna half double crochet. Okay, so we chained one, yep, we did that. We turned our work, and we're gonna half double crochet into the back loop all the way back down. So remember, only in the back loop. So we're gonna yarn over, put your hook, whoop, only in the back, pull up. You're gonna have 3 on your hook, pull through, yarn over, put your hook in the back loop only, yarn over, pull through, and so on and so forth, okay? So just continue to do this until we get to the end. Of our row. Okay, so let me get over here. Okay, so I'm almost at the end of this row. And I just want to show you again what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be doing this exact same thing for about 24 rows, okay? So we're going to be doing a half double crochet in the back loop only for 24 rows, or until you get to the desired size that you need. So for a typical adult woman, you're going to want it to be, let's see, what is this one? Between 11 and 13 inches in length this way. And then for the 24 rows up this way, you want this to be around 18 inches that way. So between 11 and 13 this way. I did 13 just so it's, you know, nice and poofy. And then you're gonna want around 18 inches this way. So that should be about 24 rows, but obviously everybody crochets tighter or looser or whatnot. So whatever your gauge is, but that kind of just helps you so that way you know what you're looking for. But once again, what we're doing is we're going to half double crochet into each stitch, well, in the back loop only on all of our stitches until we get to the end of each row. And then when we get to the end of each row, we're going to chain one, turn our work, and oops, I pulled up too many, and do that exact same thing until we get to about 18 inches. I wouldn't go less than 18 inches. So if you're crocheting, you're at the 24th row and you're at like 17 and a half, I would just do another row, right? Or if you're at like, I don't know, 17 3/4 or whatever, just make sure you're hitting at least 18. That way it's a comfy beanie that you're making. You're not gonna make like this uncomfortable thing. The whole point is it to be soft, right? That's why I'm using this this blanket yarn, because it's so soft and it's gonna be so warm as a beanie. Oh my gosh. And I mean, come on, this color is fun. And if we make a little poof out of this, how cute is that? It's gonna look really good though. So, okay, now I've got Cashew stepping on the keyboard of my computer too. So I just finished work and I'm like, okay, I gotta get this video out. So I didn't even turn off my computer, and now he's pressing keys on my keyboard and hopefully not sending off emails. Anyways, I'm gonna go check on Cashew and continue my rows until I get the dimensions that I need. And then I'm gonna show you guys what the next step is. Basically, you're making a huge rectangle, and then we, I just wanna make sure I'm only grabbing one. And then we sew it together. So that's what you're doing. Okay, I'll meet you guys back here in a jiffy. Okay, so I finished my rectangle. I ended up making mine 19 inches long instead of 18. I just wanted to make sure it's nice and roomy and comfortable. Okay, so now what we do in order to close up our beanie is we're actually going to fold our beanie long ways, right? So the side that was either 18 or 19 inches, whatever it is, that's the side you're gonna fold over. And then your shorter sides, the side that is either like 11, 12, 13, that's the side that you're gonna stitch together. Now, what I like to do is we still have our hook attached to that side that we just finished, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're going to put our hook inside the stitches of the other side, right? And then we're going to get our yarn over and pull through, okay? And then just yarn over and pull through to kind of get it started. So basically you're chaining one to get it started. Okay, now what you can do is go under each stitch of your of the shorter side, and we're gonna single crochet all the way down, and then when we flip it over it's gonna look nice. Okay, so you're gonna just pay attention to getting your hook inside each stitch on both sides. That way you're not going to have any gaping holes as you fold it over. Also make sure that you are not pulling up too many of your loops. You want to make sure that you're only doing the V's, the two top V's, right? See how it's looking? And then when we turn it inside out, it's going to look really, really nice and seamless. Okay, so just go ahead and single crochet all the way down until you get to the other end. Okay, remember you're just putting your hook underneath your two V's on each side and single crochet. So I will meet you guys back here once I'm at the end. Okay, so I've got my ends weaved in, and now we're gonna work on closing up the top portion of our beanie, okay? So to do that, you're going to basically whip stitch, which is, hold on, let me just pull that down. Stitching one stitch into each stitch along this top row, okay? In and out, in and out. You just basically weave it with your tapestry needle back and forth, back and forth. And then since we are using a 6 like bulky weight yarn, as you're going, you're gonna want to like after every couple of stitches, pull your yarn and tighten it as you go. If you don't tighten it as you go when you're working with bulky yarn like this, then you are going to run into this situation where you can't pull it tight enough, and then you end up snapping your yarn before you can get it tight enough, and you really don't want to do that. I've done that before and let's just say it's not fun. We're just gonna leave it at that, because it's like you put all your hard work into this and then you're like, oh dang, snapped my thread, and then you have to do this part all over again. So, I mean, worst case scenario, if you do that and you end up snapping your thread or your yarn, I mean, it's really not the end of the world. I think that one's gonna be a really hard one to pull. I'm about to show you how to snap it on camera right now. But like I was saying, it's not the end of the world. You're just gonna have to redo this step. So it's not like it's that awful, but I mean, nobody likes to redo their work, right? But if need be, you'll be okay. Okay, so now that we made it to the other end, you're basically going to pull as tight as you can without ripping your yarn, especially if you are using blanket yarn like I am. I'm using it because it's really soft, but do not let it fool you. It is not, and I repeat, it is not thick. Or not thick, I mean not strong. So if you pull it too tight, you're gonna have some issues. So you're gonna knot it, right? Double knot. Okay, and then after you double knot it, you're going to get your tapestry needle and just weave in your ends. Sometimes it's best to weave in your ends on their, like by themselves when it's this thick of yarn. I just find it a bit easier, because then you're not like really fighting with how thick this yarn is, and it is very thick, but not strong. So that way, if you're fighting with it too much, you're gonna rip it, and that's not fun, especially if you haven't finished weaving in your ends, because then that end's gonna pop in later and be like, hi, here I am, and you're like, oh, thanks, nobody invited you. Okay, so got that one in. Now we're like really close to being done. So we've got our beanie. Let me kind of pull it away for you guys to see a little bit more. And here's how it's looking. Try and get all my stuff out of the way. So see how it like folds over, and it's just so cute. Look at this. Okay, so now you can leave it as is, and this beanie is adorable, right? No problem whatsoever. Or you can make a cute little pom-pom to go on top. And I'm thinking let's do that. So there's a few ways to make a pom-pom, okay? You can order like the kits online to do it, but you know what? No, you can use cardboard. I don't got no cardboard around me, so I'm actually gonna use my stitch or row counter, okay? This is just where we're at right now. So you're gonna first get one piece of yarn and just kind of cut it. I don't know, I just randomly choose an amount, okay? Then you're gonna get your yarn, and depending on how big you want your pom-pom, that's the size of contraption you're going to be winding around, okay? So you get it, you hold it, and you just wind it around. You just keep winding it around, and just keep going. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay? And you're basically gonna wind it until you get to the thickness that you need. Sorry, as I was just recording, I seen a text come through from my daughter, so I was looking at it. Sorry about that. Okay, so just keep winding it. And you know what? I mean, speaking of, I have her calling. Let me pause it here. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. Okay, so you just keep going until you get to the point where you wanna stop it, okay? You can also use your fingers if you wanted to. This is just the easiest way to make it, but there's many different ways out there. Once again, I'm using blanket yarn, so I am not going to go too crazy with my now I'm looking for my scissors. Oh gosh, hold on. I thought I had them right in front of me, but I didn't. Okay, so you cut off your yarn. Wow, I am just not doing a good job of explaining myself today. It's been a long day. Okay, so the parts that you were like wrapping over and over and over, you're going to cut them. Okay, and what you want to do is make sure that you get down to all your loops. So you're basically getting all your loops and you're cutting them. And then you're going to go on this side and do the same. It's extremely satisfying and fun to make a pom-pom. And then kind of just shake it out, especially with the blanket yarn. And then you could kind of fill if there's any that you missed. Like right there I did. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now that I've got my pom-pom, I am going to what I like to do is get 2 tapestry needles. Just please excuse all this fluff from when we made the poof pom-poms. Okay. Puff just flailing all over right now. But I like to get 2 ends, okay? And sew it on like this. And then on the back side of it, knot it. So what I do is I find that center hole in the top of it and I go just directly to the side of it. And then I get my other one and I go directly to the side of it. And then on the inside, like this, I pull them up, making sure to look and see if it's positioned in the center, which it is. Then I go back and I leave my tapestry needles on and I tie it. And I double knot it and then I just weave it in. Okay, sorry if the camera's moving a lot. Cashew was just on here and then he jumped off and then it kind of like vibrates the whole desk for a bit. Okay, so then I do that and then it's on. So it makes it really easy if you just get 2 of them and then just like push it through and then just knot it on the other side. Okay, so because we have this pom-pom on the top that we cut, it's pulling off a lot of little things. So I'm gonna go get myself my lint roller and I'm gonna lint roll this and then show you guys how it came out. But this is pretty much it. See you guys in a minute after I've lint rolled it. Okay, you guys, this is it. I love it. I think it came out so good. Look at it. Oh gosh, Cashew. Anyways, I had so much fun making this with you guys. I hope you guys had a blast making it with me. You can make these out of so many different colors. Like I said, you could do it with the pom-pom, without the pom-pom. You can do different textures of yarn. You can have so much fun with it. But I think it's cute. I love it. And I can't wait to wear it. Oh, baby cashew. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys next time. I have a lot of videos planned, so please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Happy stitching, guys.